this next guy coming to the stage, man, I love him to death, boy. This is my dude, 50 Grand. Y'all may hear him in tours all over the nation. You may hear him on the Ricky Smiley Morning Show. Y'all make some noise right now. Start clapping your hands right now for Pastor Fred.
What up, Bill? My truck shoes out, but it look like they can. Gotta sit down because I'm fat and slow. How many fat, slow people we got in the room? Lift your hands in the room, or you're lying to yourself, all right? It's good to be here, good to be anywhere. If you're glad to be here, say yeah. Arlington Improv, I'm glad to see you open. You got all these plastic shields. Look like I'm in a jailhouse visiting room, brother. I'll see my cousin Clarence, please. Just a little nervous, that's all. I just figured out where we at right quick. Give me a second. You know, can I tell y'all something? I almost didn't show up today. Cause of memories. Any of y'all have some memories, some that you wish Jesus didn't know? Just some memories. But this pandemic, it's caused us to do a lot of thinking. Pandemic hadn't been, for fat people, this has been a troubled time. You can't go out to eat no more, People ask me, who cooked for you? Applebee's cooked for me. I'm just saying, I'm just talking about me. But I had a bad memory. I had a memory. A few years ago, I got catfished. Y'all don't believe it, do you? This is back in the Black Planet days. This is when you would get a pen pal in the Right On magazine. Y'all know that? Y'all writing folk in jail. Y'all thought y'all would get married, all that. Found this little girl on Black Planet. The picture that she had on Black Planet was appealing to my eyes. And I saw that she was in Dallas and I lived in Greenville at the time. I said, I'm going to meet this girl. Set it up. Oh, some folk in here been set up, ain't I? I hear it. Set it up. South Dallas. Bunton. Y'all know where this is going, don't you? Or you just think you do. Went over there. Young lady answered the door. She was a little bit thicker than what she had on the Black Planet. As a matter of fact, she was double 3 times thicker. But me being the gentleman that I was, went on in the house. So we just, we had good conversation online, surely. I had to wait and talk to her all the time. I had to wait till that that was dial-up days, It took us 2 hours to do 2 sentences with each other, so at least I can talk to her a little while I'm here. Y'all, I knew something was going wrong when she locked the screen door and pulled the phone cord out the wall. Something bound to go on here, and it ain't gonna be in my favor. I don't know how many Bible readers I got in here, but the Bible said he'll give you a way of escape. I started looking. How am I gonna get out of here? But it came to me. I said, I gotta figure something out. But I realized when you got a little hefty sister, that there's one thing that we can both relate on. At some point, we both gonna get hungry. So as I sat down on the couch, and she sat next to me, because you know sometimes when fat people got that sleep apnea, they breathe. I was waiting for her to go to sleep, but she never went to sleep. She said, I want you. I said, what you want to do to me? She said, you'll see. But I said, what you don't know is I'm hungry. She said, I'm hungry too. And I broke for the door then, because I knew if can't nothing get us out of here, that icebox is the receipt that we're going to just lift your hands if you've been hungry in this house before. Fat people ain't been having a hard time during this pandemic. Fly across the country, you go to the airport, and you know, I go to the airport, I know I was fat when I got to the airport. Don't nobody have to remind me of that. But see, I know what's going on. My legs, you know, I lost the mobility of my legs 3 years ago, so I'm having to, you know, still gain some mobility back. My godmother told me, she said, you get them people to get you a wheelchair. They got me a wheelchair, but what they didn't know is they didn't count up the cost. Pastor know what I'm talking about. You got to learn how to count. Look at your neighbor and say, count up the cost. They sent a girl down there that weighed about 98 pounds. And she looked and she didn't know she didn't know. But every now and then in life comes with hills and valleys. I got to get ready to close. My time is almost up. Life comes with hills and valleys. Young lady got me in the wheelchair. Began to push me through the valley. She was telling me about all the wonderful things that were going on in her life as she took me through the valley. Oh, but we got to a hill. And I heard her begin to moan. She wasn't talking anymore. And I was trying to figure out what was going on. I looked back at her and she was struggling. She began to... And I heard her call on that name that is above every name. I heard her say, Jesus. And I told her what they told me. I said, the more you call him, the better you'll feel. But you better not make me late for my plane. That's my time. I'm Pastor Fred.